started out my career in marketing, product marketing to be specific, went into sort of Marcom, and then led my way into sales enablement, working with the sellers quite a bit. So I've been in the industry for quite a long time. I came from big corporate, so 8x8 is really one of my smallest companies that I've ever worked at. They had just deployed Highspot, so I came into the 8x8 environment with the Highspot already installed. I think the biggest thing that we're really striving for is to make sure that we're doing a teach, rehearse, and apply type model, right? So making sure that not only are what we're teaching our sellers, whether it be a product or skill, that we're getting them to rehearse it and then being able to apply it in the real world as part of that whole enablement activity. The main thing that we're right now, one of the key projects we're working on is a rebranding that'll take place soon. And part of that rebranding will be specific, what we're calling sort of master outcomes. And those we'll use the sales play functionality to deploy those master outcomes on the Highspot environment to help teach our sellers what the message is, what the deliverables, what to know, what to say, what to show, what to do strategy. So we're going to use the sales plays for our first time. It's something that I've been trying to use and looking for the right opportunity, and this upcoming initiative is one of the opportunities that we're going to use that for. Oh, I think it's crucial in what we do for sure. Activating our sellers to do effective engagement, that's the key thing. And with Highspot, I think one of the problems that we faced for a while was it was really viewed as a content platform. We come here to get all the information, find the deliverables, and it really wasn't being utilized enough for actually engagement with the prospect, the customer, in our case with the channel partners as well. And that's a transformation we're going through this year. And I would say that digital rooms is really one of the key pieces of that, because digital rooms is, for lack of better terms, almost like a sexy type approach to engaging customers. And along with the adoption that we're starting to see on digital rooms, it's also bringing with it the adoption of actual sharing externally, what we traditionally know as pitches. So we're seeing an uptick in that as a result of the digital room adoption. The AI component really helps activate our sellers, optimize their efficiencies in what they're doing on a day-to-day basis. So when we take a deliverable and then rely on the seller to craft that message individually, when that AI component within Highspot really helps to give them a starting point, right? I think a lot of employees at various companies are using tools like ChatGPT and other AI sources, and that alleviates them from using a third-party source to get content or messaging that they want to craft, and then bring it into the Highspot environment. It's all integrated within the Highspot environment. So we're promoting that use more and more, especially of the email or the pitch messaging, using the AI component of that. We're also looking forward to using the AI component for things like auto docs and other things going forward. We currently have a very large document that our product marketing team presents to our sellers. And the onus is on the sellers to take that document, break it down, and create the presentations that they want to create. That's a lot of heavy lift for the sellers, and it's not really scalable when you're talking hundreds of sellers. I see auto docs in specific use cases where there's high volume engagement taking place, that auto docs would really streamline that process, improve seller productivity, and really reduce that friction that we have today of sellers having to pick through literally hundreds of slides to determine what they need. That auto docs will help streamline that process. We have a very distributed content management model. So there's all the different functions of 8x8 are managing content within the environment. And between attrition and just role changes, we really struggled with the content that existed on the platform. And there was a perception for a very long time that the content, that Highspot was just a lot of junk content on there. It was old, it wasn't relevant, it was hard to find. So last year, I embarked on a project to learn more about what governance capabilities existed in Highspot, and we slowly started implementing more governance and policies. And we did that slowly because the publishers, the content owners, this was new to them, so we couldn't just flip the switch and put all this structure in place right away. So we've made significant progress, and part of that was all around the trust factor. We had to build trust in the platform for our sellers to be able to come and use it. If we were asking them to use something and they were coming in and finding it, whether it be perception or reality, that the content was old and not relevant, we had to fix that. We had to change that perception. So we went through a major project to put a lot of governance in place, clean up a lot of content. We redesigned our spots, so all the governance is by the spot owner. So I'm just the admin of the platform, and the spot owner has the responsibility for who can edit and post content in their spot, because I hold the spot owner accountable for what's in their spot. So if there's stuff that's not being used, that's the spot owner's responsibility to clean that up and maintain it. So we went through a lot of that effort, and we've seen a significant improvement in the content management on there, the trust by the sellers in using the site. So that's one of the big wins, I'd say, from the platform. Some of it's not really outcomes based, but it's really built a better, strong foothold for the platform, and it's trust with the sellers. So now when we're rolling out things like digital rooms, we're starting to get the traction that we expect when we roll out a feature like that. So we're starting to see good uptick in adoption and use of the platform, and then of course external engagement as the outcome of that. I would say innovative, honestly, because I feel like Highspot is constantly innovating, constantly applying changes, updates, innovations for how sellers can better engage with customers in different ways. And that's evidence from the transformation from pitch style to digital rooms, to now the other capabilities like the meetings and other functions. So they're constantly evolving that platform and moving it forward, which is exciting because as the administrator, as the product owner within my company, it's good because it's not a stagnant product. It's not the same old thing. We're constantly seeing it change, and we're along for the ride with those changes.